Today, Uncovering Oklahoma boards the Enterprise, or more specifically, Starbase Studios in Oklahoma City.
Well, I'm Richard Wells.
And I'm Scott Johnson.
And this is Starbase Studios. What we do is provide sets for fan-made Star Trek productions from around the country. Otherwise wouldn't be able to afford the expense. They can come here and shoot for no cost. We work completely off the donations, and everybody here is volunteer.
The details are precise.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing project for 3 years. We're trying to get as close back to screen accurate to the original series. I'm trying to say for our bridge or whatever. We've done a lot of research to get to where we're at so far. And want to keep continuing going forward, building more sets, inviting, as Richard said, anybody from across the country that can't afford to build this kind of stuff, because it does take a lot of money and a lot of time. We want to open it to anybody to come to Oklahoma and come play some Star Trek.
We have 57 LCD screens circling this ridge, ran off of 16 computers. We got the graphics from a website called TOS Graphics, who's licensed this to us.
Yes.
Yeah, his name is Will Smith at TOSgraphics.com.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's not the Will Smith you're thinking of.
No.
But it is Will Smith.
And he has spent literally years going through old film clips and reproducing all these graphics to be exactly like they were in the original show. Starbase
Studios has already been used by notable productions.
This past December of 2013, the group entitled Yorktown: A Time to Heal, which is a show that was started back in the middle 80s with George Takei, who is the original actor of the character Sulu on the original series Star Trek. He stars in that show. They never had what we have here, the bridge, to be able to film the beginning and ending scenes of that movie. So this past December, the Yorktown crew came down from Canada, was here over 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, over a quick weekend, and shot everything that they needed to forward their production.
Starship Valiant, which is a local production, they filmed their first vignette.
Even if you're not a filmmaker, you can still be involved.
Several things we can do. If you're not a filmmaker and still want to be involved, we always need volunteers to help around the studio. We can build sets and props. We're working on a series of educational activities that we are going to hopefully film as Star Trek style educational activities that be shown online, and then maybe have kids come to the studio and watch the educational activities on the view screen. All the shows always need actors. We actually have a forum where you can go post your information and let all the visiting productions know you're available to act. And you don't have to have experience. This is all just for fun.
Yeah, that would be at starbasestudios.net on the web.
Right. Well, you'd look at starbasestudios.net and click on the forum link. We also, most of the shows are series, so they're always looking for new writers to help write series. If you're a writer, you can help write shows. We need musicians and composers to write original music for some of the shows. There's just all sorts of things you can do if you're not producing your own show but still want to be involved. Even
though the work is tough, the job is rewarding.
Probably the biggest thrill about doing this is whenever people come in and actually see the bridge for the first time. Like the Starship Bridge they see is when they were a kid, and they sit in the captain's chair and snap their pictures, and they always tell us that we fulfilled a childhood dream. That's what makes it worth it.
I agree with that. I started watching the original series from the playpen, so 66, 67, 68, I guess. I was a little bitty kid, but I watched them since then. Walking into this place for me for the first time was just, couldn't believe it. It's like a kid walking into a candy store, actually sitting in the captain's chair, sitting at the helm nav station. It was, it's pretty cool.
And it was the same way for me, and this wasn't, we had part of this side up, almost nothing was on this side, it was just barely started, and still, couldn't believe I was there.
Right.
So if you want to go boldly where no man has gone before, beam yourself to Starbase Studios.